Right now, me and a fellow cast members are riding into the news station to be on the news for our new short film. This was so much fun of an experience. We woke up really early to do this. It was me, Sam, who produced and was acting in this. I was the director and cinematographer. And then Scott Port, who was one of the actors as well. And us three went to the news to be on for the short film. The short film's called American Dreamers. It got picked up some local news, which led us to go to South Bend, which is about 45 minutes out from us, who wanted to cover our story. And that was an awesome experience and feeling to feel like what you're doing is worthy of people's eyes. That's us standing in the newsroom. Oh my gosh, though, the nerves I felt going into this was unreal. It was so weird to just be like, everything you say, like my entire life. That's the host of the news. Her name is Summer. She was absolutely awesome. And again, thank you, Summer, for this experience. But the nerves of going into a newsroom for your thing of like, my whole life I've been making videos, or I have the power. Basically, this comes down to I have the power to edit. Just like the video you're watching right now, I have the power to edit if I say something bad. But on the news, you don't. So it's like just hope. And at this point, Sam and I had a podcast that we stopped, but we did like 50 to 60 episodes on there. So we at least had some long form talking, because on a podcast we didn't cut our podcast, so that kind of prepared us well. But the overall, all these lights, oh my gosh, Sam and I were nerding out at all these lights, the TVs, just how much tech was packed into this room, and there was literally like 40 lights up on the ceiling, perfectly placed everywhere. But this is the actual news reel.
Remember my college fund? What do you mean? I mean the money my grandparents were gonna give me for school.
Yeah, but you're not going.
That's why I think we should take it.
While we're driving into the American dream that he really thinks is rightfully his. American Dreamers is debuting today in Michiana, and I want to tell you all about it. Now, this is rooted in Michiana. Not only the team, but a few of those businesses. Take a look at your screen if you can. This map shows all 4 of them. Blossom Trails Golf Club, Braidaway Acres, G&M Variety Store, and Bert's Breakfast Corner. And that's where you'll see all of these businesses in a whole new light for the very first time tonight. Now, this morning, I wanted to introduce you to some of the creatives behind this new film, American Dreamers. We've got LukeRing, Sam Braidaway, and Scott Port. Thank you all so much for waking up with us early this morning.
Thanks for having us.
Well, I can feel the excitement from you guys. It is opening day. Can we start with, okay, what is American Dreamers about?
American Dreamers, so originally, some people that aren't here, we have Mark Ring, my dad, who actually wrote the movie. We kind of worked together. He made films when he was younger and still makes them, so we worked together. Eleanor Conway, who is one of the actors, and then Ray Spadek. They're both at Purdue University right now. But the American Dreamers story is, so Sam is our lead actor, and he plays this character, Jake. Jake's whole thing is he's going to college, or he's, taking that next step in life. So his grandpa, who's played by Scott, it gives him this certain amount of money. We say like $10,000. He gives him $10,000 a year for whatever college of his choice. Okay. The thing is, Jake doesn't want to go to college. So he decides to work with Race and Eleanor, who play Tom and Daphne, the 2 other characters in our movie, to then rob his grandparents. Because he believes this money's his, and he wants to go on this huge journey and have this American dream. And he believes the only way to do that is by taking his grandpa's money.
Oh my gosh, of course, isn't that the only logical way that you can do that, right?
When you're 18 years old, right? That's the logical way. Let's do it's easy way.
That was just a quick little bit to show you what it was like. We're just sitting there, and it was for 10 minutes. They talked about the movie. They were saying it debuts. Now, this is under Suka Productions, now Sukavision. This was a year ago when this happened, because I'm going back. If you don't know, I'm vlogging my filmmaking journey. So this is going back and touching on what it was like being on the news. And it was such a cool experience. We got on there because Scott knew he met one of the anchors at like a high school football game, and he gave him his card, and he said, if you ever get a tip or a story, I'll try to get it through from you. You're an awesome guy. So Scott used that connection, pushed our story onto the front table for them to look at, because a lot of stories come in. They only want ones that get pushed, that are worth telling. And so blessed and thankful that this was one of the ones that was worth telling. So this was a really cool experience, and hopefully you got a little taste of what it was like to go into the news station for a short film.